welcome back to my channel. My name is Jazmine and today I'm going to be telling you guys about my weight gain journey. I'm going to be telling you guys the reason why I decided to gain weight, all the products that I took during my weight gain journey, all my mistakes, because there were a lot of mistakes during my journey. Okay. So the reason why I decided to gain weight is because I've always been small my whole entire life. And my brother and I have a fast metabolism, so we're able to lose weight a lot faster than others. And whenever I tell people that, they're like, oh my god, you sound like me, oh my god. But I'm like, am I really? And because of that, a lot of people will make comments about my body, like my family members, my friends, acquaintances, people that I don't even know. So they'll make like a lot of comments about my body and about my weight. Some of them were like, you know, jokes, like haha, like whatever. And some of them were like critical. Those ones were like always in the back of my mind. So when I decided that I wanted to gain weight was when I was transitioning into my 9th grade year in high school. And I would get like made fun of, and a lot of people would make fun of my size in middle school. So that kind of reached me to the point where I was like, well, you know, I should gain weight so that way they can stop making fun of me, and that way I can feel beautiful in their eyes and stuff like that. Which was totally wrong, but that was like the reason why I started to gain weight, is so that I can feel beautiful in other people's eyes, and so they can stop making fun of my size. And so in 9th grade I was 92 pounds. During that time I didn't really research how to gain weight. I had no idea. The only thing that I did from my 9th grade year to my 10th grade was that I did the eat every 2 hours method. So the food that I would eat would mostly be snacks, and they would mostly be chips. Like I used to eat a lot of the veggie chips. I don't really know if they make those anymore, but I used to get the really big pack or really big bag from Costco, and I would always eat that a lot. And then I would also eat the variety pack of chips that you can buy from like Costco, or they sometimes sell it at like Safeway or something like that. And I would also eat the shrimp chips. That's not everyone's favorite, but I absolutely love those. I mean, loved those back then, and I would always eat that all the time. I would always try to at least keep like a snack on me, so that way I could eat it every 2 hours. And because of that, I went from 92 pounds all the way up to 100 pounds from my 9th grade year to my sophomore year in high school. So at least I got into the triple digits, which I was really happy. So when I was 100 pounds, I still tried to do the eat every 2 hours method, but it wasn't really working for me. I would only gain at least like 2 pounds, so I'll be 102, and then I would like lose it, and I would just kind of teeter from 100 to 102. So I just decided to stop because I didn't know any other way to gain weight, and I would still get people making comments about my body like, you're so skinny, you look like a toothpick, nobody wants a skinny girl or anything like that. It got to the point where I just did not feel comfortable in my body. Like I couldn't look at my body in the mirror with clothes on or without clothes on, like really without clothes, because I just was really just kind of disgusted with my body, and I just really wish that I gained weight. That also made me not want to wear like certain type of clothing. Like I didn't want to wear skirts, shorts, dresses, like short dresses, any like tube tops or anything like that, spaghetti straps or camis or anything showing off my arms and my legs. I would not wear. I will mostly wear like long sleeve shirts and black leggings. So during my junior year I was dating this one guy, and he would also make comments about my weight, especially like about my butt. During the time I just didn't take anything he said seriously until like after we broke up, and then I went into another relationship after I graduated from high school. And this guy I really liked a lot, and he made like one comment about my weight. It honestly like took me by surprise when he said that to me during my relationship with him, but I didn't want it to affect me during the relationship. That really affected me when we broke up, because I really liked the guy a lot, and also the other guy I was dating before, his words started affecting me. So then I changed my weight gain goal to mostly focusing on gaining weight in my butt. Also, my weight gain goal in high school was to be 115. After I dated those two guys, it went from 115 to 125, and I mostly wanted to gain weight in my butt. Men could see that I was beautiful and women could see that I was beautiful, and then like I would feel beautiful finally, which was wrong, totally wrong. So in 2014 I started taking Ensure, and Ensure is a protein shake, I believe, that a lot of older people would drink to get more protein in their bodies. Ensure has like at least 200 to 250 calories, and I got the very big pack from Costco. It was like a vanilla flavor, and to be honest, Ensure tastes pretty good. It was pretty sweet, but the aftertaste is nasty. Okay, it tastes like iron, like you know when something is bleeding in your mouth, like your gum or your tooth, and then like the aftertaste tastes like iron. That's what it tastes like. In order for me to at least gain a pound with Ensure, I would need to drink 3 of those a day. I just wasn't having it. I would barely drink 1 a day, so I was very inconsistent when taking Ensure because I couldn't stand the aftertaste. Also, I read that in order for you to gain a pound, you would need to eat at least 2,000 calories, but I was like, how am I going to do that if I can barely eat 1,000 calories, let alone 2,000 calories? What I did is that I went into my kitchen and I wrote down like all the things that I can make for myself. I wrote down all the calories to create like a calorie list of like all the meals that I can create and all the snacks that I can eat to equal up to like at least 2,000 calories. And what I did was, one time I ate about 1,500 calories and I was able to gain a pound. While I was taking Ensure, I would always check the scale whenever I would eat, whenever I would drink the Ensure. Like I'll always check the scale constantly to the point where it was like my crack, just because I was just so desperate to gain like a pound at least. And then when I did gain a pound, I'll be like really happy. I'll tell like my parents and my brother, and I was like, I gained a pound, yay! And then this would literally happen to me so many times where I would gain a pound, go to sleep, lose a pound the next day. To a lot of people, they would love that to happen to them, but for me, I just did not enjoy it at all. So of course, like when that happened to me, I would get like extremely sad and I would just cry about it, I'll pray, and I was just a hot mess, and I was just very desperate. So it got to the point where my parents had to take away the scale because I became so obsessed with it. That was probably like the lowest point throughout my journey. Moving on, I then tried Apetamin. I got my bottle of Apetamin from Amazon. There was a seller selling it on there, but they're not selling it anymore on Amazon. But I got it because I read a lot of reviews and I watched a lot of videos of people saying that they gained like a lot of weight with Apetamin. So I wanted to give it a try. And if you don't know what Apetamin is from my research that I did, that is supposed to be, it's an appetite syrup, and it's supposed to be used for people who have eating disorders like anorexia. So what it's supposed to do is supposed to increase your appetite so that way you can eat a lot more. And the taste of it tastes pretty sweet, which I really liked a lot. The one side effect that it does have is that it will make you very drowsy, and I thought I could beat the drowsiness. I was so wrong. I had my little energizing tea all ready and everything. The first day I took it, I drank my energizing tea with it. I knocked out within like 15 to 20 minutes of taking it. You'll be drowsy for the first 3 days you take it, and then afterwards you'll be immune to it. But you won't be like immune to it like all the time. So for me, since I was inconsistent taking it the first time, I'll take it one day and then I'll stop taking it for like a couple of days, and then I'll take it another day, and the drowsiness would hit me again, and then I'll be like tired. Like I said before, I was very inconsistent when I was taking it because I was going into city for school for I think 3 days a week, or maybe 4 days a week. And when I'm out in the city for like 6 to 7 hours, I don't eat at all. So I didn't want to take it when I'm out in the city. So when I did take it, I did notice that it did increase my appetite like a little bit, like this much. Like, this is my appetite back then. It only increased like that much. It's not a lot compared to what everyone else was saying, like how their appetite increased so much that they were able to eat like 2 meals. Like, I would only eat half of a meal, like half of my dinner. And then with the Apetamin, I was only able to eat half and a little bit more of a portion of the other half. So since I was very inconsistent taking it, it didn't really work for me. I didn't gain any weight. Towards like the end, it just stopped. It didn't increase my appetite at all. It just absolutely did nothing. So I decided to try it again, and I ordered my next bottle from a completely different website. Because at the time I didn't have a lot of money in my account, and Apetamin was pretty expensive plus the shipping. So I ordered it from a website called Hair Wick Harlem. I got my product, but when I looked in my account, all my money was gone. When I ordered from Hair Wick Harlem, I got my product, but then I have my little banking app on my phone, and when I went to go check my account, it like glitched, and then when I checked it, all my money from my account was gone. And I was so confused. I was like, what just happened? That was like my first time anyone has stolen my card number, or anything. So yeah, luckily I was able to check my transaction, and it said that it was my money was spent on car service in New York. And guess who's in New York? Hair Wick Harlem, hence the Harlem part. They're in Harlem. I don't know if they're actually in Harlem, but I know they're in New York, and I know they have a store. So what I did was I sent a very nice email to Hair Wick Harlem, because I just did not want to believe that they really took my money. So I told them that I received the product, but then I was like, maybe someone from their company stole my card, and I kind of want to discuss this. You know, I'm just very confused. I paid $20 to your website for a product, and you guys are just gonna take my money out of my account. Also, during this time, I didn't know that I can get my money back, not from them, but the bank can like reimburse me for it. So that's when I was like freaking out. I was very distressed. I was so sad, but at least I received my product. But it just really hurt me, because that was like the first time that happened. I didn't know that I was going to get my money back. Didn't hear anything from them, and I left like a very bad review on their Yelp or Google page thing. I don't really know. Along with other people who said that they got their card stolen too. So it didn't happen to me. Well, it happened to me first. It didn't happen to other people later. So do not order anything from Hair Wick Harlem. Don't even order hair, because they specialize in hair, and their hair is a piece of shit. I read that from one of the reviews, so I'm just going off of that review, but I'm pretty sure their hair is a piece of shit anyways. They're a piece of shit. People taking people's cards. Anyways, I got my second bottle of Apetamin. This was also during 2015 when I tried Apetamin. And this time I was more consistent with taking Apetamin, and still it only increased my appetite this much most days, but then on other days it wouldn't even give me an appetite. Like, my appetite would either be the same, or I just wouldn't even have an appetite. And also I had some stomach issues when just stomach aches when I took the second bottle of Apetamin. This happened to me twice. And the first time it happened to me, I was going on a cruise, and the night before we were boarding, we ate at a restaurant, and normally you're supposed to take Apetamin 40 to 45 minutes before you ate, and I did that. That time it didn't increase my appetite, and I just ate like the amount I would usually eat. And then when we got back to the hotel, my stomach was like hurting so much. Like, you know, like when you're hungry and your stomach growls and it like feels like it's like wants to eat the inside of your like body. That's how my stomach felt, but like 10 times worse. Like, it felt like it was actually gonna eat my whole entire body. And then the second time it happened to me was also similar. Like, I took Apetamin, it didn't really do anything for me. I ate, and then it started having that like hungry feeling again, but it wasn't as bad as the first time. So my second time taking Apetamin, I gained 1 pound, but then I lost it. For the most part, both times I took Apetamin, I lost weight. So moving on to 2016. I was on Amazon and I was looking for other appetite supplements, and I found a lot of people were talking about maca roots. So I read the reviews on Amazon, and a lot of people were saying that it helped them gain weight, it also increased their energy, it also made them feel more awake, it also increased their sex drive. And so I was like, you know, it helped them gain weight, maybe I should try it, because it was like only $5, and the maca root came in like a capsule, so it'll be easy to take. So this is the bottle that I got off of Amazon. It was only $5, and I would take this twice a day along with matcha and milk, because milk, I've heard that it helps like attach to your body. Yeah, so I take it with that twice a day, and it didn't do anything that the people said in the Amazon reviews, but what it did was that it made my boobs a little bit fuller. Like, this is like TMI, but like what I noticed is that my boobs have stretch marks underneath them, like at the bottom of them, and it wasn't like that before. So that's what the maca root did for me, is it made my boobs a little bit more fuller, which I'm not really mad about, because you know, it's only $5 and at least I got something out of it. So moving on to like later on in 2016, I then discovered protein powders. So I always known about protein powders because I would always see them in my grocery store, but those protein powders always had like 200 to like 100 calories, and I was like, that's not gonna work out for me. So I got all of my protein powders from GNC, and the first protein powder that I got was a mass gainer. So the mass gainer is supposed to be used for people who are trying to gain muscle. So some of the mass gainers can help you gain weight if they have high protein in it, but if it doesn't, then it's gonna go to your muscles. I don't really know. That's what my brother told me. He did a lot of research on it. So I got this one because it was small and I was being cheap. I seen that this had 700 calories in it, so I wanted to try this one out first. And plus, the GNC worker people said that this will help me gain weight. And I was expecting this to last me like 2 to 3 weeks, but no, this was only supposed to last you for 5 days. It's because you're supposed to drink this twice a day, and I made it last for a week because I would only drink it once a day. From that, I only gained 1 pound. So the next protein powder that I did try from GNC, I believe is produced by GNC, like they created it. It's called GNC Performance Pro or Pro Performance. It comes in like an all white tube, and like the fonts are red. I got the medium sized one that had 1300 calories in it. With that, the consistency of that was so thick. Like, I have never drank anything or ate anything that had a thick consistency like that. Like, that was a thick bitch for me to ingest into my body, okay? So when I was taking the protein shakes or doing the whole protein powders, I also had the cup that had the little plastic thing or a little metal thing inside, so that way you put the powder in, put the like milk or like whatever in it, and then you shake it and then you drink it. The little thing that I had on the inside was plastic, and it wouldn't like get all the powder. The powder wasn't mixing with my milk, and so I would have like very big clumps of powder still in my cup. So it was such a hot mess, you guys. Oh my god. Also on the cup, it has the measurements on it so it measured from like 100 to like 600, and since the consistency was so thick, I can barely get past the 600 mark. So I tried drinking it like from the cup with the little tube at the top. I tried taking the top off and drinking it from the cup. I tried using the straw, like a regular straw. Then I tried using the boba size straws, and that worked. Like, I was able to reach like at least like to the 500 mark, or at least close to the 400 mark, like a little bit halfway. But it was still like extremely thick, and I would spend most of my day trying to drink that. And because of that, I wouldn't eat anything. I was trying to focus on drinking that because I knew that was at least 1,300 calories. And then all I had to do was eat like an extra 200 calories and I'm good. Because of that, I wasn't eating any meals, and these protein powders are not supposed to be used as a meal replacement. I did that, but I wasn't intentionally trying to do it. I was just focused on trying to drink that, and then I was going to eat. That lasted for a while, and because of that, I kind of spent a lot of money at GNC. It got ridiculous when I'm having the workers comment on my reward points, which was close to 600 points, meaning I spent close to $600 there. Not my proudest moment. And most of my money went to, just because of that, me repurchasing the powder because of that one mistake. So then it got to the point where my brother was like, why don't you just do one scoop? It was the most simplest solution ever. I thought about doing it early on when I was making this mistake, but then in my mind I thought that it wasn't going to work out because I wasn't going to get the full 1,300 calories, but it turned out to be really good because I was able to drink the whole entire drink because the consistency was a lot more liquidy and easy for me to drink. So I was able to drink at least 2 of them a day, so that way I was able to get the full 1,300 calories. So yeah, so I would drink my protein shake during the times that I would eat. So I'll eat lunch, I'll drink it with that. Sometimes I'll be able to get it all the way down to at least the 200 mark. And then if I wasn't able to drink it all, I'll put it in the refrigerator, and then when I'm eating dinner, I'll finish it. So when I was doing that, I gained at least 11 pounds. So it was 100 pounds, and then I gained 11 pounds within 2 months of me doing that. So I maintained my weight from being 110, 111 until a situation happened and I just kind of stopped. I was inconsistent with taking the protein shakes. Yeah, I lost all the weight that I gained. Well, the weight that I gained from the protein shakes. I went all the way back to 100 pounds. I tried doing the protein shakes, but I just wasn't really into it. So then in the beginning of 2018, I got onto birth control, and in the middle of 2018, I switched my birth control to the Depo shot, which I did not want to get at all because I've heard from a lot of people that it hurts. I thought that you can only get it in your arm. I'm a needle phobe. I do not like needles going inside my body, but I'm not scared of any needles, like sewing needles or any other type of needles, just the ones that go inside my body. And then also I've read a lot of posts about people saying that they gained a ton of weight from being on the Depo shot. From the first 3 months or the first month of them being on the Depo shot, they gained 30 to 60 pounds. And during that time, I believe my weight goal was still the same. I wanted to be 125, but then I was debating on whether I wanted to be 125 to 130 because I thought what if I reach 125 and people don't see that I've gained weight or anything like that. But I was scared that if I went on the Depo shot, I was going to gain the 30 pounds really fast, and it was going to hit me like that, what I read before. Then I talked to some people that I knew who did the Depo shot. They said that they didn't really gain a lot of weight, and they also didn't have a fast metabolism either. And also I learned that you can get the Depo shot on your butt cheeks. So that is exactly what I did. I got the Depo shot on my booty cheek. And I will definitely tell you this, it hurts. Within my first week of being on the Depo shot, I noticed that my appetite increased tremendously. What the Apetamin was supposed to do, that's what the Depo shot did. My appetite was so big to the point where I was able to eat 2 meals. It got to the point where normally whenever me and my family would eat dinner, I would fix me a regular size portion, and sometimes my brother would fix a lot on his plate, and then my dad would sometimes go back for seconds, and then my brother would go back for seconds. But since I got onto the Depo shot and my appetite increased, I started putting more on my plate, and I also started going back for seconds. So my brother and my dad weren't really happy when my appetite increased, but I was. During like I believe the first month of me being on the double shot, I noticed that I started gaining like a little bit of weight. I think once I got my second shot done, I noticed that I was like 110 or 112 pounds. So then I just started to like really just realize that I wasn't doing this for myself. Like I was doing this for other people so they can see that I'm beautiful and that I'm attractive, and that will make me feel a lot better within my body. So I just started to slowly start falling in love with my body, and I was like, you know what, I really like being this size right now. Who cares what they say? Who cares what men say? Who cares what women say? Who cares about the guys I like, what they say? None of their opinions matter but mine. So I started to love my body for this current size, and I am extremely happy about it because now I can look at myself, look at my body, and just be like so happy and feel so comfortable. I'm starting to wear more skirts. I'm starting to wear more short dresses. I'm starting to wear more like tops with like showing off my arms. And yeah, I'm just really just loving my body right now, and it just sucks that it took so long for me to actually realize this, you know, realize the love that I have for my body. So it sucks, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm just happy that it happened now rather than me actually reaching the weight goal that I want it to be and probably being still unsatisfied. Who knows? I don't, and I don't really care because I love my body now and I don't want to gain weight, so I'm stopping. So that's been the end of my journey right there. So overall, I would recommend Ensure if you want to try it out. Just make sure that you drink it 3 times a day. I honestly wouldn't really recommend Apetamin because it didn't really increase my appetite. Like the double shot definitely increased my appetite, but Apetamin did not, and it also gave me stomach issues, and I didn't like the drowsiness at all. It was just, it knocked me out. I would definitely do your research if you are trying Apetamin. Also, I will order it from their website. Do not order it from any other website, especially Hair Wig Harlem. They are canceled forever. If you want to try the Maca root, it's only $5, and it's one of those things might happen to you. It might help you gain weight. It might help increase your energy. It might help you feel more awake. It might increase your sex drive. It might make your boobs a little bit fuller. Who knows? I don't. I would definitely recommend, out of everything that I tried, to try the protein powders. I seen results with that without doing the double shot or anything like that. I did see results with that. You just have to be consistent with it. I would definitely talk to, if you're able to talk to a nutritionist. I had the option to, but I didn't because I didn't want to. And so I would recommend the protein powders over the double shot, because even though you will most likely gain weight on the double shot, you can still have other issues with it because it is a birth control. It does mess with your hormones and everything like that. Like, I've had a ton of issues with the double shot, but the one thing that it did was it made me fall in love with my body. That is something I'm happy about. But other than that, I've had a ton of issues with the double shot. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you, anyone who is trying to gain weight. Yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.